Lunatics, what's going on? We're out here on the Delta. It's the first day of practice. I just launched the boat. I just got everything going and we're idling out to start trying to catch these fish on the California Delta. I'm really pumped about it. Can't wait to get out here, start trying to figure out what these fish want, what these fish are doing. We got a low tide right now, it looks like. I gotta check my tide chart to kind of really narrow in where we're at, but I can tell that it's pretty low. Super shallow in the marina right here. It's like 2-3 feet depending on where I'm at, in the middle of the little channel for the marina, so it's definitely low tide. I think the tides are coming up this morning, so we'll see what that does, see if I can't catch anything. I'm gonna go up a little bit north. I've never fished up there at all these times that I've been here. I don't know how far I'm gonna go, but there's this area I want to check out and see what it looks like in there. Probably looks fishy because everything here looks fishy. But we've got a bunch of baits tied on, and I'll talk about them as we're fishing. But it's supposed to be hot today. It's gonna get up to 108, 110, something like that. So I might not be able to film everything because when it gets that hot, the GoPros don't like it and they shut down because it gets too hot and stuff like that. So we'll have to play that by ear, but I'll definitely put a video together and hopefully catch some fish before it gets too hot. And then we'll go from there, and we'll definitely check in throughout the day regardless. But yeah, we're doing it. We're going fishing. California Delta, baby. Let's catch some big ends. Now I'm on the way out, and the idle out's pretty far. And I gotta thank GCI Outdoor for sponsoring this event. If you're not familiar with GCI Outdoors, they make awesome camping chairs, camping tables, camping equipment, stadium seats, all kinds of different stuff. And they're making this tournament happen. All my sponsors are super important to me, but GCI chose to sponsor this event up here at the California Delta, this FLW Toyota Series event. So I gotta give them a huge shout out for wanting to be a part of this and wanting to support me in this tournament. So in return, I want you guys to support them. If you need any chairs, you need any tables or anything like that, go to GCIOutdoor.com and check out the awesome stuff that they got. Later on in this video, I'm going to show you the campsite because we're camping, and I'll show you some of the stuff, how we got it set up with the Traeger and everything like that. But GCIOutdoor.com, use my code MLF15. You're going to save some money off of your purchases, and GCI always has free shipping when you order online. So GCIOutdoor.com, use my code MLF15 and get yourself some stuff. Let's go fishing. Well, we just pulled up to our first area, and I got the rods up on the deck and putting these gloves on because it's gonna be hot and sunny and I don't need to get sunburned real bad on the first day. And you guys know I like to wear the gloves anyway. But all kinds of stuff on the deck. Frog, swim jig, spinnerbait, clout, buzzbait, chatterbait, crankbait, punch setup. And I think I'm gonna start off with the buzzbait. There's one. There's one. Buzzbait fish right on this point. There we go. There we go. Wasn't even looking when I got bit, but not the kind we're after, but it's a start. DoIt molds buzzbait, 6 cents divine swim bait on there, 6 cent skirt as well. Pretty cool. First fish of the Delta. Heck yeah, first spot. So one of the things that I need to figure out on these spots is, why did I get that bite? It's more than just catching a fish. Like, why was that fish there? It's low tide, outside on this point, which is where he should be. Was it sitting in the current break? What was down there? What got that fish there to be in that spot? So that way I can replicate it. And there's so many different factors, because if I was just on a regular lake, it'd be easy to be able to go, okay, well, I'm here in, you know, whatever foot of water on a point, you know, blah, blah, blah. But here, there's tides, there's all kinds of stuff. And it looks like the water's still dropping because it's sucking out. And you can kind of see the way the grass is laid over, pointing in this direction, where it looks like it's sucking out the water still. And I'm gonna check the tides here in a second just to make sure that the way it looks is correct. Because when the tide's coming back in, this stuff should be going the other direction, because the current's gonna change and this will be filling back up with water. Well, this first day of practice did not start off the way we want, but we're off the water. It's 9:30. My trolling motor's not working. I caught that last fish that you guys saw, and I went to start fishing again, and the trolling motor propeller wouldn't spin. I have power to the trolling motor, but every time I click on the pedal in order to make it go, no power. So we are going into town to hopefully get it fixed and keep you guys updated. We'll see what happens. Well, I got bad news on the trolling motor. A seal or something like that went bad, and water got where it wasn't supposed to, and it is shot. So my trolling motor is broken. It's no longer going to work for me. So I have to figure out how to get a new one. And before I recorded this, I did some searching around, and I found a trolling motor about an hour and a half away for 800 bucks. So I got to drive over there and spend 800 bucks to put a trolling motor on my boat. And yeah, so pretty much day one of practice is going to be a fiasco, but it is what it is. So bummer on my trolling motor, but it'll be a warranty deal on that, but I'm still going to be out the money on buying a new one. But pretty frustrating. But I was able to make some phone calls and do a little bit of research, and I found one. So I'll be back in business. Instead of having spot lock, I'll be doing it old school with the 4-Trex instead of the old Trex. But you know what? That's all right. I'm back on the water, and we'll be fishing here pretty soon. Okay, so we got an update, and this day's been a fiasco. So I got the trolling motor. I was able to drive over, pick it up. I put the new trolling motor on. It's a smaller shaft length than what my old Trex normally is, but it'll still do the job. It's a little bit shorter than I thought it was gonna be. I think I just jumped on it, but it'll do the job. It'll be a good backup trolling motor going forward. One bummer thing I noticed when I was putting it on is that now I have no Humminbird sonar up front. I'll still have my mapping and everything, I think, but I won't have my, you know, depth and my water temp and stuff like that up front, because the transducer was built into the trolling motor. So now that I don't have that trolling motor, I no longer have sonar for the Humminbird. And when I'm gonna put the Panoptix transducer on the shaft of the trolling motor, which I tried to do earlier, and I ended up cracking the bracket a little bit. Should still hold on the trolling motor good enough to get me through. I ordered another one, and it'll be here on Monday. Today's Friday, so a couple days. Just that the broken bracket just needs to hang on for a couple days, which it should. It's not too bad. So when I get back to the marina, I'll finish putting that back on and zip tie it up and everything onto the shaft of the trolling motor. And yeah, it's been a disaster. I figured out that my trolling motor was broken probably around, I don't know, 8 o'clock maybe, 9, and I was probably off the water by like 9 o'clock or so. And I drove an hour and a half, 2 hours to get to the trolling motor that I bought. And now I am heading back. I was trying to find transducers and brackets, but I wasn't able to find anything in town, so ordering the bracket, like I said, for the Panoptics, and on my way back to the marina and where I'm staying, and it's now almost 4 o'clock, so this whole day is shot, and you know, didn't get anything accomplished. I got one fish earlier today, and unfortunately that's all she wrote, and I don't think I'm gonna get back in time to do much of anything. I'll probably put the boat in the water just to make sure the trolling motor and everything is working properly before I go on a big run or anything like that tomorrow morning. But I tested it out, the propeller's spinning and everything, so it should be fine, but I just want to put it in the water and make sure. And yeah, I'll check in with you guys here in a little bit, but I got to sit in traffic on the way back. Well guys, today was a mess. I don't know how else to say it, but today was a mess and a long day, and it finally came to a close. I was able to get the trolling motor, I put it on at the shop, and got back to the marina and realized that the position of it wasn't in the right spot, so I had to take everything off, put it all back on in order to be able to have all my graphs and everything the way I wanted them. And the Ultrex has the transducer built into the trolling motor, so when that went out, I then lost my sonar for my Humminbird, but thankfully I have the Garmin, so I'll still be able to know what depth I'm in when I'm fishing out there. I would have liked to have had both, but you know, it is what it is. It is what it is, but at least I'm able to get out there on the water tomorrow. It took me literally all day to get this situated and to get everything finished up, put on, taken off, put back on. We went to the grocery store, we just got some food, so we're gonna be getting the Traeger going, and I'll show you guys the campsite and how we got set up here in a second, but let me show you how we got the boat set up. So there's the Ultrex in the back of the truck, and yeah, it's gonna have to go to the doctor to get fixed. And then over here we have the new Fortrex on there, and it's all in the same spot. It's not the same shaft length, which is why I ended up having to take everything off and put it back on, because right here is the issue before, because on the Ultrex you can take the Ultrex motor, like this part right here, you can take it off and slide the Fortrex one on there, but since this shaft is a little bit smaller than my Ultrex, it ended up messing up this area where my Humminbird, which goes right there, was not gonna allow for the trolling motor to sit like this, and I need the trolling motor to sit that direction so the Garmin transducer is in the right spot. So I got it all figured out, I got everything squared away, and we'll be back at it tomorrow. But let's get over to the campsite and check it out. Okay, so right here we got the slim fold cook station with the Traeger on it. We're gonna do some tri-tip and salad tonight, and then we also got the fire pit rocker and the director's chair all set up at the campsite. We got Clayton on the inside right there. He's gonna be our chef for the night. Excited to get some food going, excited to chill out. It's been a long day. Clayton, did you catch them today?
I got a few bites, but it was pretty slow today, so hopefully tomorrow we'll make some adjustments. But
you didn't find the winning fish?
I caught a few decent ones, but I need to get some 7s and 8s.
The Delta, baby, they're out there. You gotta find them.
Yes, they are. We'll get them though.
All right, guys. Well, I need to shower. I've been sweating all day. I got some Pedialyte that I gotta drink so I can, you know, not cramp up or anything like that. Like I said earlier in the day, it was like over 100, 105, 110 all day long today. Out there switching out trolling motors and everything. It was a fiasco of a day. So I'm gonna chill out, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Getting back at it, getting out to practice, and hopefully putting something together. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Later.